Some places don't feel old, they feel expensive. Built for kings, now hosting tourists and my intrusive thoughts. Welcome to Amer Fort, where stairs test your loyalty before the walls earn your respect. Today, we are exploring Amer Fort, a place where every wall has a story and every stair has some personal beef with me. This fort was built to intimidate enemies, and centuries later, it's still doing a great job, especially to my legs. Amer Fort was never designed to impress, it was designed to dominate, and somehow it still does. One thing which I absolutely did not like was this is how cruelty is still there, and all this because of the people, because we as customers are still riding on them. That's why the elephant keepers keep on coming with their business, keep running this business. So let's be less cruel and let's just set them free, let them free, and let them live their life, you know. We entered the fort through Surajpol Gate, the Sun Gate, because even sunlight had a controlled entry here. This section wasn't part of the original layout. Before this existed, Diwane-Am and Diwane-Khas was already standing. This area came later, and once upon a time, it wasn't for people, it was for horses. Hierarchy was very clear. Power stayed above, movement stayed below. Look at the details, the elephant trunk and lotus flower, Hindu art, the leaf motifs below, Mughal art, not fusion, coexistence under pressure. This gate is called Ganesh Pole Gate, and this area is Diwane-Am, the hall of public audience. Announcements were made here, festivals were held, power was performed. Women were not allowed inside this space. They watched everything from behind these jolly windows, present but unseen. So, the Ganesh Pole Gate was named after Lord Ganesha placed above it. The gate marked the final point for the public. Till here, access was allowed. Beyond this, only royalty. And behind me was a royal kitchen. And the open space here was known as Satais Kachahari. This is where the 27 officials sat under the king. Administration didn't happen behind closed doors, it happened in daylight. This is Sheesh Mahal. Every mirror here was imported from Belgium. No exaggeration, no shortcuts. Light a single candle and the room multiplies it into stars. During winters, curtains sealed the space, only diyas were lit. Mirrors retain heat, so warmth stayed trapped inside. Luxury supported by science. Diwane Khas. Though this was built by Raja Jai Singh, he had two queens. Diwani Khas was not for crowds, not for celebrations. This space was for special discussions, private matters, decisions that did not need witnesses. It has two sections, one designed for summer and one for winter. Comfort mattered, even to power. Queen's Palaces. This section was built by Raja Jai Singh. He had 12 queens, and each queen had her own palace. Each palace had its own staircase. 12 queens, 12 staircases. King's chamber was placed above them all, so no one ever knew which queen he visited. Privacy achieved architecturally. The queen's apartments included bathtubs open to the sky. This was a restricted zone. No man allowed except the king. Freedom with conditions. At the center of Queen's Palace, which you can see, is a common courtyard. This is where the queens gathered. They sang, they danced, they played games, they shared complaints and secrets. It is also known as Chugli Ghar because gossip survives every era. And in this area, a famous sword fighting scene from Jodha Akbar was filmed here by Aishwarya Rai. This place is where the utensils are kept which were used in the film Jodha Akbar, where Aishwarya Rai is cooking. Next, there was a museum gallery, and in front of that was a live show going on, which was really fun to see because where do you get to see all this authentic art?
Hi, hi, hi.
Coming to the walls of Amer Fort is surrounded by walls stretching over 12 kilometers. It ranks third after the Great Wall of China and Kumbhalgarh Fort. There is a watchtower in this area of the Queen's Palace, as men were not allowed, only the king, so trans women were appointed as guards. Protection doesn't always follow expectations. There's also a tunnel in this fort which leads to Jagger Fort, 1.5 kilometers long, which is hidden strategic, and this is the Mautha Lake, a place where rainwater was collected, a resource planned long before the word sustainability became fashionable. At the center of the lake is Kesar Kyari, a garden where the king once tried to grow saffron. Some experiments succeed, some only survive as names. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and follow Gaudi Prats for more and let me know your thoughts.
तू करे क्या बेकरार चली ससुराल में अखियों में पानी दे गई दुआ में मीठी गुड़ियानी दे गई दिव्या रो रही है गाइस बन्नो चली ससुराल ये जाएगी पहले हमारे